Welcome to Traventures, your #1 source for family travel information. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to water park with kids.
Are you ready for a fun day today?
And I actually don't know if I am the best person to talk to about this because our experience at the water park, our very first experience at the water park as a family was one of the most awful days of my life. I do think that we learned some very important lessons from this very bad day at Soak City in Kings Island. My first tip is to not even go to the water park if you have more than one kid under the age of 8 per adult watching them. Meaning if you have 4 kids under the age of 8, as we do, you should go with at least 4 adults. For the first time ever, we are going to check out the water park. If you have 2 kids under the age of 8 and you have 2 adults, I think it's acceptable for you to go to the water park. There is 1 adult per 1 kid and you can do whatever you want. This is now my new personal rule because it was a little rough. My #1 tip, have the young kid to adult ratio match 1:1. My #2 tip is no matter how old your kids are, is to talk to your kids about water safety. I'm sure there are YouTube videos about water safety. Some of that might just include like no horseplaying or not running on the concrete when you're barefoot and wet. I don't know. I don't know all of the water safety rules. We didn't look it up before we went and I wish we would have. So that is my #2 tip, is have your kids learn about water safety before they go to a water park. My #3 safety tip is water parks are super crowded. And so from now on, when we go to a water park, even if my kids are teenagers, I don't care. I'm sure they'll fight me on this, but I want my kids to have a waterproof wristband with my phone number and name on it. So that way, if they get lost, a kind soul of a parent who finds them can call me and let me know where my kids are. My #4 tip, and this one is huge, is to get brightly colored, unique swimsuits, meaning not every other kid has the same kind of swimsuit. When we went to Soak City, when I was looking for my daughter, I must have seen 5 swimsuits that looked exactly like hers before I found her. And that is terrible because on top of it, your kids also don't look like they normally do. Like they're wet and their hair's wet and the sunlight is glistening off their face. So even though they're your kids, they're harder to recognize. So give them like a neon yellow swimsuit so that all you have to do is do a quick glance. Oh, there's neon yellow. That's my kid. Or bright green, you know? That's a good color too. My #5 tip is to bring snacks because I don't know why, but swimming for some reason makes you feel hungrier than normal workout. To me, I'm always way more hungry at water parks, so maybe this is just like my personal preference, but I'm always starving at water parks. So bring snacks for your kids and bring stuff for you so that you're not starving. My #6 tip is to be there early to get a spot. Especially during the summertime, the spots fill up fast and you don't want to be stuck not having a spot. And by spot, I mean like a chair that you can put your stuff on. Even if it's just one chair. Having one chair, you can fit, or like a lawn chair, having one lawn chair, you can fit tons of little tiny bums on that lawn chair so that they can put their sandals on or put sunscreen on, change a diaper. You need one lawn chair. That will help your day go much more smoothly than if you don't have one. My #6 tip, I just have to say this just because like everyone should know, but bring sunscreen. Even if you don't think you'll need sunscreen, like bring it. Because there is nothing worse than having sunburnt kids later. My #7 tip is to bring water bottles filled with water. So a lot of times people feel like they don't need to drink as much water because they're playing in water, but you are burning just as much energy as if you were running around outside. You just can't feel it because you can't feel the sweat and your body is being cooled off, but you're still sweating just as much and you're still losing as much water and electrolytes. So bring Gatorades, bring water, make sure that you stay hydrated because even though you're like surrounded by water, you are being dehydrated just like you would any other time. My #8 tip is that kids cannot be alone unless they are old enough and you are comfortable with their ability to swim. So that is totally up to your discretion. By alone, I mean like you are not constantly watching them. So that's just my rule for my own peace of mind. You can be the judge of what that is for your kids. I'm not even gonna say what old enough is. I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna say what the swimming ability is. That's just, you know, for you as a parent. My number 9 tip is to bring life jackets that you are comfortable with. A lot of times they have life jackets at the park, and sometimes they do require those life jackets to participate in certain rides or slides. I don't usually love those life jackets because I feel like a lot of times my kids, like, it forces their face in the water, especially the ones that don't have the back. But if they don't know how to like lay back, then a lot of times they end up like this. So I usually get the like puddle jumper ones where they've got the armbands and it forces their body up. But whatever one works with your kid, you want to make sure that you have that one there. And you don't have to rely on whatever the water park provides. I didn't even know that the water park provided life jackets. Like, it's been that long since we went to a water park. But definitely make that your priority to have a life jacket that you know will best suit your child. My number 10 water park tip for families is it's okay to leave early. If it is not fun, if you're stressed, if you're having trauma like I experienced when we went to the water park, like, it's okay to cut your losses and head home. There is no trophy for staying until the end of the day. It's okay if your kids are upset. Like, it's okay to go home early. Those are my 10 travel tips for families going to water parks. Let me know if you have any more tips in the comments below. Like I said, this is all based on one very bad experience that we had at a water park. And so just some things that I thought after the fact would have been a lot better. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our companion channel, Tailored Tadpoles. That will give you all of our experiences, good or bad. So make sure you check that out too.